Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Opie-verse. I am, as always, your host, Opie1, and I'm pretty excited with our guests tonight, but I'm just going to keep you hanging for a little bit longer because you know we have to do a bit of business, but hope you are all well. Hope you've had a great Sunday. For those of you on this side of the pond, hope you're just kind of settling down, having had a great day, potentially a good weekend, potentially a good Lego weekend. We'll talk about that. And for those of you on the other side of the pond, hope you're having a great day wherever you are and whatever you're doing, watching me. Or if you're watching this back later, hope you're quite comfortable and enjoying this too. I appreciate having you here. Guys, I can see so many people in here. This is awesome. Good to see. Let's keep that noise up in the chat. Love to see that because our guys love a bit of chat. So yes, we will pull your comments and questions onto the screen, both for me and our guests as we get started. But yeah, start thinking about those as well. Start thinking about those because you might not get an opportunity like this to ask them again, or maybe not for some time, but we shall see. But who have we got? Skylander King, Commander Wando, Fox, I know you're there. Who have we got? That's me. Why am I pulling myself onto the screen? But never mind. Glizzy, someone shouting Glizzy. Why not? Why not? It's Sunday night. Why not? We're here. James is here. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Hope you're all well. So, guys, before we get started, got a little bit of housekeeping to do, as we always do. As you already know, we're not going to do this intentionally. But if you're used to seeing myself and certainly our guests on TikTok, you know we like to keep it G-rated, PG, whatever you want to call it, family friendly. It's a bit different here. We don't go out of our way to be obnoxious or to be sweary or whatever. But the nature of the conversations we have just may create a little bit of emphasis where an F or an S or a B might just slip out. If that's the case, this is your warning. So hopefully that's all right for you. I tend not to, I always say this as one as well. I've not kind of been subject to this one, but, you know, I can't speak for our guests and I will say guests. And if it was ever going to happen, it could be these two, who knows? But, you know, public nudity, it hasn't happened yet. But, you know, if it gets going, you know, if the mood feels right, you never know. You never know. But no, seriously, guys, just you are warned, but we will promise to keep it right for you. This is a new part, but this is just for anybody because I've been asked quite a bit about this. But people asking to kind of support the stream as you typically do within TikTok. If you feel obliged or you feel that you would like to, nobody should feel obliged, that's the wrong word. But if you feel that you would like to support the stream in any way, there is a link through Streamlabs below, and that will allow you to use PayPal to make a donation. But you absolutely, it's never needed, it's never expected, but people have been asking, so I've kind of included that there should you want to. The one thing that I will ask you for, though, is, as I've said, if you can hit that like button. So if you haven't hit it yet and you're still watching, please hit that like. Whether you're watching live or you're watching back, please hit that like. It makes a big difference, apparently. I'm still learning. Who knows? Final shout out to our the supporters of the stream from our affiliates, but Wicked Break for the display cases. And I don't know if anybody's noticed yet, but I've changed the backdrop of the cases. So we no longer have the black backdrop. It's clear now, so it means the tie pad, it sticks out, but Vader's in the way, so it's a pretty bad example. But again, link is below in the description. Use that link. It will give you 5% off your first order if you have not ordered with them already. However, insider knowledge, I know this week Wicked Brick are launching their Black Friday sale and they're offering 15% off everything. I don't know if that 5% works with that. Who knows? Probably not. But if you're in the market for Lego display cases or stands, this is the week. And finally, Like Go, use code OP. Again, link in the description for all of your Lego LED needs, amongst others. Whew, deep breath. Right, the comments are stacking up. Hello. John's there. He can't wait. He's giving the game away. Who else we've got? People piling up. Can you see it, Glizzy? Well, I've said it, so if I can see it, you can see it. It's not stopping you, but yo. Hey, Anakin. We've waited too long. We've waited too long. This has gone on long enough. It's enough of me. You're not here to see me. You're here to see our guests. So without further ado, I give you John. I give you Erin. I give you Padawan Archer. Good evening.
Hey, just a warning. I am naked from the waist down. So if that is an issue.
Prove it.
Right, okay, cool.
How are you? How's your Sunday been?
How's your Sunday been?
It's been fun. We've been playing the new Pokemon games that just came out on the Switch. So
Yeah.
Nice.
How's your Sunday been?
It's been all right. So my wife has been to a spa all day with her family.
Mm-hmm.
So me and the dog just what did we do? We went for a walk. We tidied a little bit. I tidied. He didn't really tidy. He doesn't tidy. But then we watched the Formula One. I don't know. Do you watch Formula One? It's kind of grown in America.
I know you're a big car guy, but no, I don't watch Formula One.
Okay. Do you watch any motorsport?
Not really, no. I used to watch a lot of motorcycle racing, but not anymore.
Well, as a motorbike person, I've never watched MotoGP. But
there you go.
So, but no, that's what I watched. And then sat around waiting for you guys, being on TikTok, promoting the live, getting in here, and away we go. But how has your weekend been? How's your Lego weekend been? Have you made any use of the double points event?
So, Opie-1, I don't know if you play. I know you play video games, but video games are expensive. So we spent like $120 on the 2 new Pokemon games. So we couldn't. What? Yeah, well, there's 2.
We got them bundled instead of buying them separately.
So we had to, I spent like $90 and then Erin covered the rest. So, we got to save up for Christmas presents for the family and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I also owe someone, I guess, a UCS Millennium Falcon. Or no, was it Millennium Falcon? Yeah. Falcon. I guess I owe him that for the cup challenge thing. So I got to save my money.
I don't have a big boy job like you just yet, Opie-1, so.
Maybe next Christmas, Erin?
Maybe
tomorrow?
Yeah. No, not tomorrow.
You can't buy it tomorrow. Imagine the regret if you bought the UCS Millennium Falcon the one day after.
That would be so sad.
You'd be foolish. However, I would say there are probably alternative retailers who will have it discounted this week.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, Black Friday and all that. But
there you go.
How are the new Pokemon games? Are they good?
Yeah.
Why have they released 2? Tell me all about this.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm just gonna go. So I played these Pokemon games when I was 8. They're re-releases of DS games. They're just ported over to Switch, and then they're remasters and they're remasters and they kind of rework some game physics. So there's always 2 versions of a Pokemon game, so that you have to find another friend that has like the version exclusive Pokemon on that game, and you have to trade with them. So it kind of inspires you to go outside if you don't have friends or just people that buy the other version,
He makes me buy the version he doesn't want.
Yeah, but that's a better version. So I don't know what you're complaining.
All right. No domestics, please. So you kind of play separate but together, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You beat the games, and then at the end you come together and you trade all the Pokemon that I give the Pokemon that I have that Erin doesn't have, and vice versa, if that makes sense.
Yeah, got you.
Okay.
So what is your number 1 Pokemon in the game then? That's to both of you.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Like my favorite?
Your favorite?
Probably Scorbunny.
Scorbunny? Okay, that's fair. And mine is like the you know what? Why do I keep Mr. Liam entertained?
Where are you going?
Where's he going?
Oh, he's gonna get the cover of the game so he can show you what the Pokemon looks like. I mean, it's like starter Pokemon. You're doing
this
legendary
is my favorite Pokemon. This is the one I got. His name is Palkia, or its name is Palkia. It doesn't have the gender, But yeah, what's your favorite Pokemon, Mr. Opie?
Oh, I'm like 20 years out of date on Pokemon. I loved it, absolutely loved it, but just moved away from it.
Dude.
But I'd probably go old school. I used to love the games, Game Boy, DS, all that.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, even like Charmander. Charmander was like the evolution of Charmander was just unrivaled.
Yeah.
Bulbasaur, not a Squirtle guy myself.
Me either. Water type stuff, you know.
Yeah. Bulbasaur was a good one though. Bulbasaur was a good one.
Yeah, it was. All right, let's talk about some Lego, Mr. Opie.
No, let's talk about your week first. Then let's talk about you guys. Like, what you beyond the weekend? What have you been up to?
Well, I just want to time you out. You asked us if we use the double VIP event. Did you at all? I feel bad for not asking you.
So, well, you don't have to ask me because I am the host and I ask the questions, but that's fine. We can do that. I appreciate the questions.
You know,
I love it. I love a two-way conversation. No, I bought for my little sister. So I have an 11-year-old sister. So obviously massive age gap, but she's a massive Harry Potter fan. And if you saw my TikTok the other week where I done like, let's have a Harry Potter day. So the parts of where they film Hogwarts is like 10 minutes from my house. So I took her there because she's never been. Then they're replaying the original Harry Potter films, well, all the Harry Potter films, because it's 20 years since the original at the cinema. So we took her to the cinema. And then it was her birthday, so I got her the Potions Gone, the Polyjuice Potion Gone Wrong set, the one where it's like Hermione gets a thing, but she's made a big list for Christmas of like a load of Harry Potter Lego because she follows my TikTok and has like totally got into Lego through me. So so I ordered like 4 different sets for her for Christmas. And then I haven't bought anything myself, but I give my wish list to my wife and then she's bought some stuff for me through my account. Okay. And she's changed all the email address and everything, so I don't know what she's ordered. But I can still I can check the account, but I won't tell her that. By the way, I said I wouldn't swear, but will you fuck off?
He's not a day over 35.
Well, I'm 36, so I would say I am. So.
Hey, you're welcome. No problem. That was a shot in the dark.
I appreciate it. So Ellie's currently sat in her living room with all of our family. So hi, Ellie's family and all of our British family. They've all gathered around the TV on the sofa and watching that. It's probably not, but who knows? But yeah, so I have not bought anything myself, but I have made a pledge today that I will only buy Lego moving forward in double VIP points events, because otherwise I think I'm just kind of done buying them on day one.
Yeah.
Like, because I buy stuff and then I don't build it. Like my backlog over there is ridiculous, but you know, so why do that and just like neglect, like especially if you're buying bigger sets, it can make a hell of a difference. So why not? But yeah.
There you go. How many sets do you think you have unopened right now?
I can tell you.
Okay.
1, 2, and I'm not going to count gift with purchases.
Okay.
Because I'm not really bothered with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There might be a 7th there. No, 6. So 6, but they're all big. So Vader's Castle, Light Cruiser, A-Wing, so the UCS A-Wing, Bad Batch Shuttle, Meditation Chamber, and the Probe Droid. So like those last 2 or 3 will probably be the last ones that I'm going to get.
Okay.
Like they're the ones I'll build first, and then the big ones I have no idea where I'm going to put them. Never mind when I'm going to build them. So we'll see. What about you guys? Because you guys seem to like build like 10 minutes after something's been released.
Literally, we get home, we make a video, and then we rip open not rip open. We carefully open the box and just build it.
So you have this really cool thing called patience. I don't. So that's why not Erin, the Daily Bugle had to be built on Erin's birthday.
Yeah, on my birthday, we had to go to the Lego store, and we both had to put in money to buy it, and then build it on my birthday.
Was
this dressed up as a treat for you?
Oh yeah, it was dressed up as a birthday present.
We were supposed to buy it the day before, but
do you mean you, John? You were meant to buy for
No, I mean me and Erin. We were going to use the TikTok money, but the TikTok money goes to Erin's bank account, and then Erin was working, and the Lego store closed at 8, and Erin wouldn't be able to come. I know.
No, this wasn't pre-planned.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to make it sound like it wasn't. I had this in my plan.
Can I tell the story from my point of view? Because I was working.
Yes,
It's
a shame you're not on separate screens, and I could have just muted John.
I was working. I get a phone call, and he's like, "So we're at the mall, and we're in the Lego store. How soon can you get here?" And I'm like, "I don't get off for like another hour, guys. I can't."
It was me and one of my friends. That was why.
And then we ended up closing the store early. But even after that, I didn't leave for like another hour. So even if I wanted to have gone to the Lego store to help them get it, there was no possible way I would have gotten there in time before they closed.
This was October 18th, and Erin's birthday is the 19th. So then we went to the other Lego store the day after. But she's trying to make it sound all bad. She also did get a lot of birthday gifts on the day.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I bought her a lot of stuff from the mall, so don't let her make it sound like it's all bad. There was some good stuff.
I'm sorry for starting something here, right? I'm sorry for that.
Your presence with me, being with me, is enough. I don't need anything else.
So when is your birthday, John?
The 29th of next month.
The day that Book of Boba that comes out.
Oh well. At least you've got that.
Yeah. I get shafted for birthday presents. I know. That sucks. That's okay though.
You're getting older now as well. So what? You're 19 now.
Yeah.
So this will be like your 20th birthday.
I'll be 20. Yeah.
So you've probably this year people will be like, that's only 20. Then you're 21 next year, which is a big one. I assume it's a big one over there. Obviously, it's a big one you can drink.
Yeah.
But then after that,
no.
You'll be getting like a Lego keyring every year.
Yeah. I'll be duetting that epic video every year, show them the Lego keyring,
Show me your favorite Lego keyring.
What'd you get for your birthday, Opie-1?
What did I get for my birthday? My birthday's in July, so it was ages ago. I did all right though. I can't remember. I can't remember. Did I get Lego? What did I get? I'm trying to think what I wouldn't have had that I would have wanted and got. I honestly can't remember. But I'm getting old.
I was gonna say, you're 36, man. You must be losing it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Gary. 25, you can rent a car legally. Well, that's something to get excited for, isn't it?
Yeah, and your insurance goes down a lot too. That's the other great thing.
Yeah, very true. Very true. But with you guys, so I feel like I've heard this before, but I don't know if I've heard it directly, and I don't know kind of in what context I heard it. But I want to kind of rewind it and just get to know. I want to walk through how you guys got together, and then because I feel like I've kind of heard the story before, but then also who outed themselves first as the Lego collector, and then or was that even very early on? Is that what kind of part of the attraction? So kind of what, Erin, John,
I
can tell it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Lonely Erin, hurt by men, downloaded a dating app called Yubo, and I swiped on John because he was cute. He still is cute. And then he comes to my house. He pulls up almost 16 candles, in a Jaguar, gets out of the car, walks up to the door. I'm like, this boy, I already love him. I can't wait to find out more about him. I think we go and do my favorite activity, which is go to Target. And I'm in the Lego section, looking at all the Lego sets. And me being me, picks the easiest Lego set to build in front of the boys so I don't mess it up. So I built a 4-and-up TIE fighter with John. And him and my friend Jeremy were yelling at me the whole time.
Jeremy was making fun of you.
Well, you both were making fun of me.
That's true.
You're not innocent in this situation. And I guess that's where the Lego started because...
Yeah. And now my side.
Okay.
So I'd gotten out of Lego for 6 years, but I had a job and I had excess money. And I was like, why save money when you could just spend it? So I
invested it.
Yeah.
In Lego.
In Lego, exactly. I bought the Death Star. It's actually right by your foot. You mind grabbing it?
Sure.
I bought the Starkiller base set. I bought the Mustafar set, and then I bought this set. And I was like, "This is really cool. This is the
Death Star,
Death Star cannon.
Death Star cannon, yeah.
Yeah. And then for graduation, I'd always wanted Slave One or Boba Fett starship, and I kind of convinced my mom and my dad. I was like, "This is all I want. I don't want anything else." And they got me it, and $120, by the way. That's pretty expensive. So I got it, and that was my biggest Lego set for the longest time. And then I started dating Erin. And
did you forget my name?
I was gonna call you Ellen, but they wouldn't understand that. And then 3 months later, for our anniversary, Erin bought me this, and we built this together. And it was really fun. So then the next day, we had to go get the orange X-wing, Poe's
X-wing. Show and tell, John.
Yeah, and then there's an AT-AP down below, and we had to get that the same day. So I think that's kind of what jump-started it, honestly.
So when did you guys get together then? Because that must be based on those Lego sets. It's pretty recent. Like it's within like a single wave of Lego stuff.
March 15th, 2020 is when we got together.
The day
John definitely couldn't have quoted that date, by the way.
No, I could, because that was my last day of high school, and it was the day that our state went into lockdown. So it's kind of, you know.
You tend not to forget when you go into quarantine.
How did you out yourself as a Lego fan to your wife?
So like I'm very nerdy anyway. So and my wife just kind of lets, like, she's very encouraging in that, like, look, if you want to do it, just do it. Like she has no interest in it. Right. She knows I've always loved Star Wars, and I did see it. Like, as long as we've been together, I've always said I'd love to have like a Lego room. I'd love to have a bit of a Lego collection. Like, it's one of those things looking forward. Then we bought this house, and we've been in this house 4 years now. Like the beginning of last year, we went into lockdown, and I was like, I'm just going to like, I kind of said like, look, I just need something to do, because we're so used to before that happened. And then just, are you still here? But what does that say about you? But she, so before we went into lockdown, my wife would quite often be away with work. So like during the week, she would go away like Tuesday to Thursday. So I'd have like a couple of nights to myself every week. So with like the nicest possible way of saying this, when we went into lockdown and we were both working from home, like all day, every day, I did say to her, like, I need something to just get me away from you a little bit. Just give me a couple of hours to just decompress, go away. And that was through Lego and a bit of gaming and all of that. But it was never really a secret. But then obviously I was into Lego first, and then I kind of paired it with TikTok, and that's obviously where it just blew up. And just which I think it did for a lot of us. And TikTok kind of encourages you, and the TikTok audience encourages you to kind of get everything. And like it's such a wave in that respect. But yeah, but that's impressive. So everything that's in that room. And where are you guys now? Are you in John or Erin's house?
This is where most of the Lego is.
Yeah.
So everything in that, all that Lego is kind of bought over the last 18 months then. Is that right? Or is anything you still had?
You had some of the bin sets, right?
Yeah, I've only built like 2 sets. Most of this has been bought over the past year and 3 months.
Some of it has been borrowed from other places.
What are you, like an art exhibit where you get people display their Lego in your hall? You just
not willingly.
Erin's brother's at school, and she's like, "Hey, do you want these Lego sets?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then she brought them over, and I was like, "Your brother said it was okay, right?" And she's like, "No, I didn't ask him." And then I was like, "Oh, we should give them back." And she's like, "We'll give them back when he comes back from school." So I have them until December.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if he notices first.
Yeah. There you go.
By the way, Ellie, you're saying this as a joke. 100%. Like, my wife makes a lot more money than me, and I have no qualms about that.
Why would you?
In fact, I've been in negotiations this week for it to allow me to go part-time, but she won't allow it. She won't allow it. So I want to be a kept man, just build Lego all day and make TikToks and YouTube and all that, but never mind. But how did you guys then go from kind of obviously getting together in March, starting to collect Lego? Then how did Padawan Archer and the TikTok stuff come around? Like, when have you had your 1 year anniversary yet?
Yeah, we did on the 15th of this month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, congrats.
Thank you.
Because that's pretty epic to have done what you guys have done in that year. But how did that get started?
So Erin had a TikTok where it's like a lot of like thirst traps.
Shut up. It was like
Erin was doing thirst traps.
Yeah, well, this was like a year, almost 2 years ago now.
This was started before John
Calm
and I
down,
got
calm
together.
down. You're okay. You're okay. Chill out.
I had about 6,000 followers, which I thought was pretty cool at the time.
And then I was like, we should make a TikTok together. And then we bought Moss Eisley, and we made 2 videos about it. And then I gave the account to Erin. And then
there's like random videos up till I think
January.
We made that one video of like what we think when we're building Lego.
Oh, okay. Hold on. 1 second. So we got the 2017 Y-Wing at Walmart for $5. And Erin, we got it this year too. Erin was like, we have to make a video about this. This is really cool. So we made a video about it. And then wouldn't you know, some man with a gap in his teeth and a little patchy beard reached out to us.
Yeah, he like texted us. He's like, you guys should do this more often.
Yeah, he said our Lego video was really good. And he said, you should make more videos. And he, at the time, was at 9,000 followers.
I just realized who you're talking about.
Yeah, if you guys don't know who we're talking about, we're talking about Breaking Up Brad or Isaac. And he was the guy that reached out and was like, you should make Lego videos. So then we made a video about us looking for the entire January wave, and we found it. And Erin and I were building the X-Wing, and she was like, we should film this. So we filmed it, and she put text over it where it was like we were going back and forth but weren't saying anything, like through the text-to-speech bot, and it got 200,000 views. So then we were like, oh, well, obviously we got to, keep going. We hit 1,000 the next day, 2,000 the next day, 3,000 the next day. And Erin's brother was sick with COVID. So we had 2 weeks of filming.
Yeah, I was stuck at John's house.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that time, yeah.
We went up 8,000 followers in 2 weeks. Like a week. And then we hit 10,000 the next week. So after that, we were just kind of cemented, and we kept making videos every day until like May. And then we kind of slowed down. But
I think
cool.
Yeah.
I think the world has, though, hasn't it? Like lockdown, Lego, TikTok, like it was just the perfect storm.
Mm-hmm.
Then the world opened up, but it almost went into overdrive. Like everything just had to happen at like 120%. And there was just no time to do, like I do 1 video a day, but I really don't have the time to do 3 videos a day anymore. And it is a bit of a shame, but at the same time, it is what it is. But yeah, I feel like no matter where you are in the world, certainly the Western world, everybody's kind of feeling that. So yeah, but I feel like at the same time as well, they've got such a good kind of foundation and base, like you're well established now. So, and obviously there are 2 of you, so you do have the ability to kind of cover each other in that respect as well.
Right.
But I do think, like, looking at you guys, because I went back through some of your content ahead of today, and like I love, like I just feel like you guys is like so wholesome, and I feel like you're like the soul of Lego TikTok sometimes.
Thank you.
Erin, that's more aimed at you than John. But
no, I mean I understand. Thank you.
But no, I just like, I feel like when, because it feels like as a community sometimes when one person struggles, everybody's struggling a little bit. It's like, there hasn't been any new sets come out. There's nothing really to talk about. We're in a bit of a period of just kind of a bit of a lull. And then, Erin breaks her ukulele out and, it creates a new song for us. And like, whether you partake or you just kind of watch everybody else doing it, it's pretty cool in that respect. Erin, you're quite often on live, or you have been on live quite a bit. You get that. But the one thing I do miss, and this is why I think nobody can compete with you guys, is I love your like interview reviews. And I know you've done some recently, but those for me is like nobody can touch you on those, because I love the different perspectives and the way you do it. And I think when you look at it kind of outside of Lego TikTok, and what works well, like big creators, it's that kind of interaction. It's like two people talking to each other rather than somebody talking to a camera. And when you do that, that's what does well. So I get that, life will always come first, but at the same time, recognize that you've got a great thing, but at the same time, that comes down to how much, how great you guys are together as well.
Well,
so
you
are the cutest.
I mean, second cutest only to you, Mr. Liam.
Well, I can't compete with you both. I would say I can compete with you individually, but to put you together, that's it, game over. Yeah. I have tried to get Mrs. Obi-Wan on the camera, but she won't even do that. So
that's okay.
We shall see. I would even like her to go behind the camera and do exactly that and do the whole ask a question thing, but she won't have it. Maybe one day.
The best thing about Erin is she has a lot of experience. She was a thespian for 8 years.
You used thespian. I thought you were just gonna say theater nerd.
No, she's a thespian. I want you to sound
theater
professional.
Kid.
This is the Opie-verse, Erin. I want you to sound professional. But Erin's really comfortable in front of camera, and I'm not as comfortable. So for the interviews things, it was perfect because I could tell Erin about the Lego sets because that's what I'm more versed in, and Erin's better at I'm
learning more about Lego now.
It wasn't a diss. I promise.
Are you sure?
Positive. But she's better at talking to the camera. So it was perfect.
I just find that it's and by the way, I agree with this, Jamie. I've only ever done one drop set, and it was just basically because I needed to break it up. So I thought I'm not going to actually break it down. I'm just going to throw it because it needs to come down anyway. But yeah, I think when you think of the psychology of it, people then feel like they're part of you guys. It's not like you guys are sitting talking to them. They're part of the conversation and they're part of kind of your understanding. So yeah, it works. I love those.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you.
And obviously with all of your epic collection, you've got some cool retired sets there as well. I think, you can, there's a lot of opportunity there because there are sets that people, certainly in TikTok world, who will never be able to get, or for a very long time won't be able to get those sets, but they feel part and connected to it through you guys having that conversation. So I know it's tough, but yeah, please continue. Even if it's just for me, please.
Yeah, no, I'll just tag you in everyone.
Fantastic. Just create the video and just send it direct to me.
There you go. Don't even post. Yeah. Those. Have you ever done a review on TikTok?
I have a little bit, but I always find though, especially because Lego TikTok's a weird place now.
Yeah.
And it's very self-aware. And it's we've got creators out there who are kind of calling it out. We've got people who are mocking it a little bit. It's in a bit of a transition.
Yeah.
But I kind of don't worry too much about that. But what I find is, especially now, I don't have that time to build something as quick as you guys do. As soon as something's released, to build it and kind of release it. Wow. So by the time I get to build something, it's been spoken about 100 times, and I'm then bored of it myself, and I don't want to hear myself talk about it.
There you go.
I've done it in the past, but I've done some reviews here on only a couple, and I should do more. Mm-hmm. But I tend to do them on YouTube because you can just be a little bit more creative, but do it on retired sets. So the previous there's Starfighter, my UCS Sandcrawler, sets that are really kind of desirable.
Right.
But yeah, it's cool, but it's not as fun when you're just talking to yourself. It's better when somebody else is there.
Well, I was gonna say the only thing about reviews on TikTok is, at least recently, the algorithm hasn't pushed them at all. If you go back and you look at ours, I'm not complaining. It's still 2,000 views, which is really good. But compared to January of this year, when our reviews got 20,000 views, you gotta for Erin, she's like, oh, we're making a review video. I'm like, yeah. And I'm always so excited to make review videos because I just like sharing the Lego with people. And then at the end, Erin's like, oh, that was actually really cool. I'm glad we did that, So
you make me sound like I don't like doing them. I do. You make me do it over and over.
Oh, dude, I'm such a perfectionist with those reviews.
He's like, oh, you stumbled right there. Let's go.
I'm so oh man, I can't imagine working for myself because I would want to kill myself. If that makes sense.
So sitting behind the camera, you're gonna kill yourself.
No, if I was working for myself, I would hate myself.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Well, next time you can be behind the camera, buddy.
I mean, give yourself a break, John. That's for sure. But yeah, I think TikTok's a funny place in that respect because you guys are what on like 60,000 followers,
Mm-hmm.
and you know I've got 55. But it's like how, especially this year, because of everything we talked about, and everybody's gone back to real life.
Right.
And TikTok is a really good example of this. Is although we have those followers, how many of those are active followers now? Like how many people are actively on the app?
Right.
And I know there is some of the insights that will kind of tell you how active some of your followers are, but it certainly doesn't tell you how many of your followers are like deactivated.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't really actually know how much of a following you have.
Mm-hmm.
But then the algorithm certainly changes. Whenever you speak to our friend Mr. Mellish, he seems to have like an inside voice into TikTok. And he knows kind of when it's changed and what it's kind of looking towards. But yeah, it's just it's so hard to keep up with that. But I feel like what happens is it pushes us out to the FYP a lot quicker. So, and then it's pushing it out to people who don't know you, and they are less likely to stay. So the likes of the review videos, they just don't have that hook anymore in the same way, because as soon as the FYP kind of says, no, we're not staying, that'll just kill it dead. And I find that anything that's kind of serious or kind of informative just dies dead. Yeah. Anything that's kind of fun and is a trend tend to kind of do better. Sorry if you heard Opie barking there. I don't know if you heard that.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a weird space. But before we carry on, I just want to shout out some people. So hey Tom, there's a lot of noise in the chat tonight. So seeing a lot of people. Hey William, hey everyone. Hey James is still there. What are we drinking tonight? Joe, we're drinking Star of Prom, and I am. What are you guys drinking? I know you guys are underage for America.
Water.
If you were here, you could have a drink, and it is middle of the day, so never mind. But yeah, but you won't mind me. But hey everyone. So yeah, well, let's look at the kind of the past then, and we were talking about this very briefly in the pre-stream, but you guys have built a solid foundation for yourselves, and as I say, life gets in the way a little bit. But do you have plans around kind of how you will kind of take advantage of it and where you'll take this to the next level? Are you starting to think about what you would like to do? You know, if we sat here this time in 2022, a year down the line, like kind of what would you have liked? Where would you have liked to take in all of this kind of Lego social media stuff? Erin's looking at you deeply there, John.
One second.
No,
one
I
second,
kind
one
of
second.
actually have. What?
No secrets here, John.
I got it.
Okay, we have a big announcement, and we decided to announce it on the Opie-1 stream.
What?
Exclusive.
What?
Exclusive.
What do we announce?
This is a big might. What?
No, tell me first, because you might not. No, you can't. We're not supposed to talk about it. It's in the email that we're sent that you can't talk about it make announcements.
Big things are coming in 2022.
Maybe.
Let's just say that.
Big maybe. What I'd like to say.
John, who are you getting emails from?
Fox.
Nope, John. We can't disclose anything.
Commander Fox is emailing me. Wink, wink.
Oh, okay. Anyways, I'd like to do more like on Instagram and interaction with the fans. I'd like to just expand our horizons. I mean, I'm going to school for business, so I'd like to do like more marketing like type of stuff and like just finish off my education, have a job, and like maintain my relationship and like just have fun with it.
I'm really big on what's my
plan
for 2020?
Don't blow yourself up there, John.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of down here now.
You're gonna go to school, get a job. What are you gonna do?
Let's see.
Sorry, Lil.
I think for 2022, I would really like one set and one set only, and that one set is the 1989 Batmobile. I want it so bad. And that's my entire goal for the 2022 year is to get a retired set.
I will look for you.
No, it's okay.
I got it.
It's okay.
Don't worry.
It's okay.
I got it.
Do you guys just want me to step out for a second? And just
No.
This is how we normally talk. This is normal to us. But
what I love here, right, is the difference in goals. John is like, I just want the Batmobile. Erin is like, okay, so I am studying business. I want to understand how marketing works. I want to see how I can integrate this in Instagram, how I can connect with my followers different. 1989 Batmobile. That's all.
Hey man, it's cool. It's cool.
The simple things in life.
You ever seen Michael Keaton? No, if I was gonna give a serious answer, I'm up for an online marketing job for a local company, and I really want to get the job. Because I feel like I would have they're basically letting me create my own social media for the company. So it would give me a blank canvas on what works and what doesn't. And it wouldn't 100% impact Padawan Archer. It would impact the company, which would in turn impact
you could probably use it to like learn from and like.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's a great business tool, if that makes sense. Because, we've been stuck at 60 oddish K for a month. And it's nice. It's really nice, actually. I don't want to downplay it. But 60,000 followers is insane. But to just go up a point at some point would be really nice,
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with like the algorithm. And kids are still in school right now. I'm sure over the holiday breaks we'll see improves and views and stuff again.
But I want the insider knowledge to help out Mr. Liam here so he can pass us.
No, I'm just saying, just when kids have more free time, they tend to spend more time on social media. So the more you post during those times, the more successful you'll probably be.
100% agree with that, Erin. But to be honest, I've took my foot off the pedal here, John. So I don't know about you, but 50K was just a massive milestone. Like that felt like the biggest since 10K.
Yeah.
But then it almost took the wind out of my sails because I was a bit like 100K just seems so far away. So, and then I've been like, but at the same time, I've massively switched my kind of vision to Instagram and YouTube. So I'm not kind of too bothered. And that's where I kind of keep my one post a day, use that post as a short on YouTube, which I don't know if that's counterproductive because it's a different audience within the kind of the platform. But then also use it as a reel on Instagram. And like this week hit 11K on Instagram.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But like that feels like more of an achievement. But the reason I say that is because as soon as I hit 10K, that's when people start getting in touch. Nobody's ever got in touch with me through TikTok and been like, can you do this? Can you do that? But maybe, I don't know, TikTok's so weird though that maybe just people didn't find me, but you never know. But yeah, it's just, it's a strange one, but it still feels like Instagram is like the place to be. Like if you want to, especially as you said there, Erin, like around kind of really exploring the marketing side of it, you've just got so many more tools at your disposal through kind of to build a community. And that's the difference. And I do feel like you can build a community, which we have here and are making a lot of noise in the comments, and we love you lots. So,
love you, Mando.
But no, it's definitely worth toying around with and do that. Do you have because I know you've got an Instagram page. Do you have a YouTube channel, even if it's just a dormant one sat there?
Yep. We have a dormant one set up. Probably in the upcoming like month or so, we can try and put something out, right, babe?
Yeah, probably. We'll try. We've been saying this since January. It's just a joke at this point.
No, I think I actually want to put in the work and get something out there, John.
Yeah, but yeah,
the biggest challenge will always be the editing of a YouTube video. So try and keep them as short as possible. Like go 3 minutes, go 3 to 5 minutes. Like, don't lose what you've learned from TikTok, because TikTok, especially early doors, forced you to be sharp and snappy because you had to get as much information across as you could in that 1 minute. You've got 3 minutes now, but if you can land 3-minute videos, you're doing a hell of a thing, but it's the minority that can do it. So, but yeah, like 3 to 5 minutes would be the way to go. It requires less editing, but I do think as well that platform, that format of interviewing, just do it for me. Do it for me. But yeah,
for OP.
It's definitely a way to go. Thinking a bit, so I feel like I have to ask this, right? Because I was wondering.
Okay.
And I hate to ask it.
Okay.
And I hope it never happens, right?
Okay.
But if the worst was to happen,
Uh-huh.
and you guys go separate ways, who gets the kids? And by the kids, I mean us. And all of that Lego behind you. Have you guys discussed? Do you have like a Lego prenup?
Kind of. I think Erin will probably get Padawan Archer.
The TikTok's just mine.
Yeah, probably. Honestly.
R2 comes with me.
Yeah, I was about to say she gets her first pick on whatever set she wants, like the cutest sets.
R2 comes. Grogu
Hold on, let me
comes,
finish.
Dio comes.
She gets the cutest sets, and she'd probably get like the Tantive in her favorite sets. But
Kessel Run Falcon gone.
That's
mine.
Okay. Calm down. It's okay, girl. It's okay. But I think honestly, I'd be pretty, like, if this were to happen, I'd be pretty okay with letting Erin take whatever she wants and letting her have the TikTok, because I think Erin would appreciate the TikTok more than I would. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably let it, because I'm a collector for collector's sake. Erin just puts the camera in front of me.
You act like I don't enjoy it.
No,
you act like I don't like building all this.
But in my heart, you know,
okay.
TikTok's not my thing.
Okay.
I just like the plastic bricks. So I think I'd be more happy with just the plastic bricks. So I think Erin would probably get Padawan Archer.
I didn't expect there's such a definitive answer. He's definitely thought about this, Erin.
I'm scared.
Well, we've had it so many people. No offense, we've had so many people ask this. It's just been like formulating and stewing in my head. We should probably write it down and sign on it.
Sign on it. Little prenup, like Opie said.
Well, I mean, if you're doing that, you may as well just get married, and then it makes it all legal.
Then it's just half of everything, you know.
Dibs on best man. Dibs.
Okay.
I'll be the minister.
All right,
I'll fly in and be the. No, I'll be the minister.
Minister, perfect.
I got ordained on the. I'll be like Joey Tribbiani. Yes.
Wait, you could be Erin's best lady or best
bridesmaid.
Bridesmaid.
Well, I've got the leggings.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
Me too. Wait. Me too. I was waiting all day. I've been wearing them for 3 weeks.
John, we don't want to see the front. We want to see the back.
That's for the end. You got to stay to the end.
Okay.
Maybe we'll make a video later.
No,
please do.
It's for Opie-one stream.
Content warning. Content warning on that one, please.
Yeah. What about you, Opie-one?
What about me?
Who would get all the Lego? I'm assuming I'll be you. Right? Your dog would get Lego?
I'd be on the street, but I'd have my Lego. I'd have to build a house out of my Lego. Perfect. But yeah. I feel like if I didn't get the house, I'd at least want the dog. I'd be happy to give the house up, but I'd want the dog. Mm-hmm. But I'm probably not losing that battle. I'm definitely not winning that battle. But hopefully it'll never happen.
Yeah, it never will, Opie-one.
Exactly. Indeed.
You're the nicest man on TikTok, you know?
Only after you, John.
The brick. I think that's the brick educator.
It is.
He just said he's ordained Lego Star Wars wedding.
Lego Star Wars TikTok wedding. We gotta invite Cool Guy Dom.
We gotta invite everybody.
All the UK TikTokers. Are you guys gonna do that UK TikTok meetup that you were talking about in the last episode?
I haven't kind of asked. It's difficult. Do you know what's really tough? And because I have so many like Christmas nights out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But because Christmas Day is on a Saturday, it kills a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Like you lose it, where it's usually like middle of the week. So you get like that weekend before. Right. So it really kills it. But ideally, I don't know if she's still around, but it would have been awesome to have done it kind of this weekend or next weekend with Ellie being in the UK, but that's not going to happen. Do you know, maybe we do it a bit different and we do something like May the 4th and we all meet up at like a Lego, like we go to London and do that, or we've got a couple of Comic Cons next year. Like there aren't. The good thing is with the UK, you can get anywhere in the UK within a day, like even on a train or by like driving.
Yeah.
So like plan it well in advance. You can do that. So maybe we'll do like a Comic Con thing next year, which I'm game to do, and to do that. But we'll see. We'll see. It's tough, isn't it? So
Yeah.
I mean, for you guys, Zian is like practically in another country by our standards. For you guys, he's just way out there on his own. And
Utah?
Ethan's down in Texas as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
Jeez. I'm thinking about this because Zane was like, yeah, you guys should come visit at some point. And oh my gosh, driving to Utah would be a day and a half. Driving to Texas would be a day and a half.
The reality is, I think I'm more likely to meet one of you guys over there before I meet anybody here, because I'm likely to come to America probably next year.
Right.
So, and then if I'm coming to America, I'll likely stop off in New York on the way over, and somebody will be like, well, if you like, obviously how much, it's not like I'm just going to be like, I'm coming tomorrow. Somebody is likely to be around and be like, oh, well, yeah, I'll fly in and all that. So, yeah.
Just a little heads up. Mr. Breaking Up Brad lives in Syracuse, 2 hours away from New York City.
Yeah, but like, see, this is my British. So I know he's in New York State, but like, he's not in like, I would go into like New York City, but like my British head on, like that's the other end of the country for me. I'm just traveling 2 hours. Like, it's like, so I'll meet you in Times Square or the Rockefeller Center for the store or something. So, but yeah, it is what it is. I'll just see you, William. Thank you for joining in. You've been very active in there. So
thank you for joining.
But yeah, it's we'll see, I suppose. But this Comic-Con thing next year, I think there's one in May that I may struggle to get to, but then there's October, so that'd be pretty cool to do October as well. But we shall see. But my wife is desperate to go back to Vegas. Like for Zian, it's a couple hours drive for him down to Vegas, so could meet him there. Might randomly meet him at the Grand Canyon or something. But who knows?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm thinking about it because you'd only go to New York or the West Coast. Why would you come to the middle of America, Well,
I would love to do that. I would love to come like to the middle, and obviously, like everybody in the UK and around Europe is always like, you got to do like Route 66 and all that. Like I've got no interest in it, but I know Route 66 starts in Chicago, so because everybody thinks it's coast to coast, but like no, it comes down and then across. It's like so. Oh no, the table!
Oh my God, it's broken. I did a cool way down quote.
Oh no!
Oh, it's just
what is it?
That fell off.
Oh well, never mind. Outside of Lego, what are you guys looking forward to? So let's talk about like Star Wars itself, Marvel. I don't know if you're a DC fan. Well, obviously you're a Batman fan, John, I'm assuming by that. So, and I did see the trailer. So I went to see Ghostbusters the other night, and they had the trailer for the new Batman film on, which looked pretty cool. But what are you guys excited for content-wise 2022?
Go ahead. You can scream about the one guy that you love.
Spider-Man. I'm so excited about Spider-Man. I am a big Tom Holland girl. But also like it just looks really good.
Okay, so I know it's 2021. I know you said 2022.
Yeah, I know.
It's fine.
But that trailer was just amazing.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Have you seen all of the stuff that's going on at the minute though? Because of the whole Venom, what happened with Venom, and then what's happening with like the UK?
Wait, no, what's happening with the UK and Venom?
So with Venom, the US got it first.
Right.
And then a lot of people online spoiled that end credit, the post-credit scene for the rest of the world in the UK. The UK is getting Spider-Man 2 days before the rest of the world. So the UK is like, it's time.
Yeah.
The Tower of Revenge.
No.
So like Darth Walker, he literally made an edit on it earlier today. But yeah, it's all over. But I can wholly swear on no social media whatsoever I will not spoil it for anyone because that would suck.
I don't think I'm going on TikTok for
like,
December 17th to the 19th.
We went on Marvel the other day.
And they spoiled the
Eternals.
Yeah, Eternals has only been out for what, 2 weeks?
Because they posted the Eros picture. Yeah. Even I think Straw Hat Goofy did a video on it where it was like you couldn't wait. Like, you've obviously got this person here. And I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it. But and if you've managed to miss it, good on you. But like you just couldn't hang on around all of this. So yeah, that sucks. Have you not seen it then? Still?
No, not yet.
We haven't seen Eternals.
Oh, man, it's so good. Absolutely loved it.
Okay, good, good. We're Erin has a gift card and we're saving it for Spider-Man because that's what we really want to see.
Nice. Yeah, I can't wait. But I think we get it on the 15th, which is the Wednesday, and then I think the worldwide it comes out on the 17th.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Book of Boba Fett, obviously. We just watched the behind the helmet thing like 2 days ago.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool.
It's not what anybody wanted though.
No, not at all.
No, not the Kenobi trailer that we've been waiting for.
The one thing that I can say, it was really cool to see old man George Lucas on a rocking chair, just talking about the good old days. That was really cool. Obviously,
man.
Yeah. Obviously, Kenobi. The concept art looks amazing. We're gonna go see the Jedi Temple, the new drop ship, Vader, Kenobi. I mean, how can you go wrong? Andor, I don't know how I feel about Andor, honestly.
I think Andor will be one of those that is better than we hope for, but it's such nobody asked for Andor. But those ones are the ones that end up being, because you have no sense of expectation, you have no sense of hype, so you almost go into it and be like, okay, let's see what this is all about, and then you're like, all right, okay, this is actually really good.
Yeah. I mean, that's the Mandalorian, 100%, right?
100%.
Per season, at least. You're not expecting anything. It's the best show that's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I mean, it probably made Disney Plus. Let's be honest. And then obviously Marvel have come in behind and just been like, yeah, we've got it from here, and then we're kind of just running it together. But what about Marvel? Because you guys are Marvel fans as well, right? So, are you enjoying the TV stuff, and what are you looking? Because it's hard to keep up with what they're because they announce so much.
Well,
is there anything that stands out?
Well, yesterday we actually watched the behind the scenes of the TV shows. So Marvel Assembled, I think it's called.
Disassembled.
And it showed the making of WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it was really cool.
So what are you excited for then?
Probably. Which is the new TV show?
Hawkeye comes out.
2
days, 3 days.
Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah.
I'm excited for that one.
That one's good. What? You're excited for She-Hulk? Did you watch the trailer for that?
Yeah, I did watch the trailer.
You're excited for She-Hulk?
Is that live action or animated?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, Mark Ruffalo's in it too.
Eventually, Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, the Multiverse of Madness. So that's supposed to be, the next big team-up movie.
Hasn't that been pushed to 2023?
I think.
No, it got pushed back a few months. It didn't get pushed back the whole year, because that's the next movie that's coming out for the MCU. It's supposed to come out in May. I think it's coming out in July.
Right. Okay.
It's not any other.
I'm excited for Moon Knight because I like Oscar Isaac a lot, and I want to see him succeed outside of Star Wars and Dune. And
I'm excited.
Did you watch Dune at all?
Not yet, but I would like to see it. Yeah.
You should watch it on HBO Max. I wouldn't pay money for it, honestly.
Well, I've got an unlimited card for my cinema, so it doesn't cost me to go to the cinema. Well, it costs me £13 a month to go to the cinema. That's why I go to the cinema so much now. But
that's such a nice feature.
That is really nice.
Hey Dom,
he just quoted you, Dom.
Hi, bestie.
But no, I do fancy seeing Dune. Dune.
Yeah, I'm excited for Love and Thunder too, the new Thor movie.
Yes, yeah. It's and then Guardians of the Galaxy's 2023, isn't it?
Right. Holiday special this year.
There's a holiday special?
Guardians holiday special, yeah.
Is it live action or Lego?
Yeah, live action.
Live action.
Yeah. I hope it's as good as the Star Wars.
Blessed. How good was that? Absolutely love that.
Amazing.
Holiday.
I'm so glad it's on
Halloween
Disney
special.
Plus.
We
Yeah.
can watch it every year.
Yeah. And I mean, the 78th holiday special is great too.
Dancing Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Full of bad choices.
Yeah. What are you excited for, Obi-Wan? Anything in specific?
Everything. Just everything. It's like, do you know, I'm particular. Have you seen the Morbius trailer yet with Jared Leto?
Yeah. Are you excited for that?
100%. Can't
Really?
wait.
Okay.
So if you haven't watched it yet, watch, and it's not connected.
Right.
It's the same character, but a totally different version of him. The 1994 to 1997 animated Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That for me that's my Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But in there, Michael Morbius has a good run in it. He has 2 good runs in it.
Okay.
And like Blade's in it, and I think Blade's coming into the MCU soon and all that. So I like really love that character. So I love that he's coming in, but he's heavily tied with Spider-Man. Venom is obviously heavily tied with Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
We've got like the whole multiverse thing happening. I mean, even in the Morbius trailer, you've got Spider-Man in the background with like murderer like spray painted over the top. So it's like I'm just really excited for how it's all going to tie in, and it's the first film after No Way Home. So
yeah, I thought that was connected to the Sony-verse, and Michael Keaton is just connected. Okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely a Sony film,
right?
But yeah, it's going to be impacted by what happens in No Way Home, which we obviously don't know yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, can't wait. Can't wait to see what happens. But
the other thing about the thing, it just seems like Sony isn't confident in the movie, and that's why I'm not confident, because they're setting it up for a January release, and
I feel like they're doing that though. It's probably part of like the whole trade-off with Disney, and like because what we're going to have is the MCU goes one way and the Sony-verse kind of goes the other way. So it's then kind of like, right, okay, you need to drop it here because we're going to do this stuff here and all of that. Yeah, I feel like will he make an appearance? Because there is a character that of the Sinister Six that they're keeping secret. Now, I don't know if Michael Morbius is a member of the Sinister Six, because there's about 20 members of the Sinister Six
rotating,
and then they're just like, right, okay, who's the team today? You. So I don't think he ever was one. It doesn't ring a bell, but who knows, right? But yeah, it's I'm excited for that one, and it'll be a cool January film, I'm sure. And Jared Leto is a big name for that. He kind of goes, like every film is very different with him, and like he's either very, very good or like very, very bad, or like the film is very, very bad. But I feel it'd be awesome. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
So the murderer poster, that's Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man too, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then what were your thoughts on Jared Leto as a Joker?
That wasn't. To be honest, I think everything DC are doing is, or like they're overlapping themselves with Batman, and like it's awful. There's no cohesion.
Yeah.
I didn't actually mind. I think the problem is how many Batmans have they made in such a short period of time, and people are still like in awe of the Dark Knight and Heath Ledger. Like, how can you they should have just. I feel like they could have given it a bit more longer time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just feel like I sit here watching and I'm like, I've got no interest in that. Yeah. And Robert Pattinson, like he's not Batman. Like I can't envisage Cedric Diggory or whatever his name was in Twilight as Edward. Yeah, sorry.
So I gotta kind of counter you there. I'm so excited for the Batman. Like, I'm so excited. We bought all the sets the moment we could find them, besides the Technicar. But the only reason I have hope for the Batman is because right now it's not connected to the DCEU at all. It's supposed to be a standalone.
That'll help. That'll definitely help.
Yeah, and like Erin just said, it's supposed to be really dark. The trailer just gets me excited. That's one of those like trailers, like the Spider-Man trailer too, where it just gets me excited. Most of the time, trailers are just like, oh, that's cool.
Do you know what I don't like? There's a scene with him. I stood outside of like City Hall or something, and he's got this like really long emo flick over his face, and he actually looks like one of the goths out of South Park.
And yeah, it kind of does. Yeah,
and I'm like, no. I think he's even got like his hands in his pocket, and he looks like he's. And I'm like, no, that's not Batman. But yeah, I don't, because again, what I loved about Christian Bale's Batman, and they did this in Gotham as well. Like Bruce Wayne became the alter ego. He became like almost like the charade, so that nobody would ever think he was Batman. But I don't know. I'll give it every chance. I'll definitely go and see it. But I'm not excited for it. But that's sometimes a good thing in that respect. So, but yeah. By the way, I just want to say hi to Sai O'Connor. Hey, Sai. Sai was on the Studbuds a few months ago now. But he's over on this side of the pond, but he's in Ireland. And did you know, John and Erin, in Ireland, there are no Lego stores. In the whole island of Ireland, there are no Lego stores.
That is so sad.
Isn't Ireland like this big?
It's pretty big, top to bottom. I mean, if you're still around, I don't know what the population of Ireland, both Ireland and Northern Ireland are, but it's pretty, like, it deserves, like, considering how much traffic and tourism travels through Dublin, for sure. It 100% deserves a Lego store, but yeah.
I think it's stupid. Jamie, the brick educator, he doesn't have a Lego store in Bulgaria, right?
No, he doesn't. But he goes, like, he has like secondary retailers or a lot of. Yeah. But he'll go there and they're like, yeah, we've just released this set. And you're like, it's like a 2017 set. And you're like, what? Like, that's awesome.
And it's for retail too. It's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, no, Lego for their placement, at least in the States, is really stupid. Like, Erin and I have two right next to our house, and we have like a clearance Lego store, if that makes sense. And then we have the Lego store of Chicago. And then we have a Legoland Discovery Center. Maybe they're all in a 30-mile radius, which isn't far for us. But my friend who lives in Virginia, and the state is huge. That state is massive. His closest Lego store, he lives in one of the bigger towns. His closest Lego store is in an itty-bitty town 4.5 hours away. It's so stupid with their placement in America, at least.
I'm guessing he orders online then.
Yeah, or just buys off Target.
But the VIP points, gotta get them.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Ghostbusters yet?
No, but I really want to. It looks so good.
Like, honestly, I'm not going to see anything because obviously it's so new. Like, it only literally came out a couple of days ago. But it was, like, for me, it was perfect. And I've seen people say they didn't really enjoy it, and just the odd one here and there. But I think it depends on how much you love the originals. It has so many callbacks to the originals in the right way, like the way they wrote the story and everything. It's really cool.
Okay.
You've then got McKenna Grace, who plays like the female lead. Do you watch Young Sheldon?
Yeah, I have seen it.
No, not intentionally.
So Erin, it's the girl who plays Paige, who's like his rival. The one who's like really smart as well. Like, she plays like the lead in it. She's like absolutely brilliant as like the lead. Then you've got like Finn
Wolfhard.
Yeah, so he's brilliant in it. And then Paul Rudd, kind of almost halfway through, it's like something happens, and he almost ceases to be his character and just becomes himself, talking as if he's like a Ghostbusters fan from the 80s and 90s. He's like, oh, this is so cool. But that's the way they do it, is almost like the Ghostbusters are almost a legend, and they disappeared, and like there was no need for them anymore. But everybody knows about what happened in New York in the 80s and all that. So it's really cool the way they do it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not too big to see that. Like, I cried at the end. Like, I totally it totally broke me. Like, I was just, and you know, when you try and, when you like get a little bit emotional and you're like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Yeah. And you're like trying to fight it a bit, and it's almost like when you fizz up a bottle of pop and then you try and put the lid back on, and it just keeps fizzing, and you're like, so I was like, I just had to take a couple of deep breaths, and then I was fine. But yeah, it was just.
I will bring tissues.
Yeah,
I know I will cry.
Oh, honestly, it's such a good, like, so good, like in it. Oh man, it was awesome. But I think as well, what's really good is because the challenge they faced with it for so long is like not everybody was on board. Like Bill Murray hates doing sequels and all that, and not everybody was on board. Then they finally got the script together, and they finally got everybody on board. Then obviously we lost Harold Ramis. And then the way they've done it is almost like the perfect end to that original story and that original group, and like that original trilogy, but also given the ability to kind of say, if you want to go and do more, you have a foundation now to crack on and kind of create a new era of it. But that was like the perfect junction to that. So yeah, hopefully. And I didn't realize it was produced by Sony as well.
Oh, really?
So again, a great studio, but yeah, awesome. Definitely got to go and see it.
Did they bring up Ghostbusters 2016 at all?
No, we can totally forget that ever happened.
That movie never happened. I can't even say that movie never happened.
It's legends. It's not.
It's not canon.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not canon whatsoever. So
there you go. Did they get Dan Aykroyd in it? Because I know they got the other big guys. That's my favorite.
I'm not going to say anymore.
Okay, it's my favorite character from Ghostbusters. So as long as they got him in, then I'm set.
Have you seen the trailer for it?
Yes. It's so cool.
So the bit where the phone rings, and then from Ghostbusters 2, the phone rings, and all you see is the hand, but it's Ray's bookstore from Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Can I be honest with you, Opie? I've only ever seen the first Ghostbusters. I've never watched the second one. Never seen the second one.
Erin, why are you with this man?
I don't know. You gotta watch. Let's watch the second one today.
There you go.
Yeah, watch it. Like, absolutely. You don't. What I would say is you don't necessarily. It's more tied to the first one.
Okay.
But there is just that one little scene that is more tied to it. But yeah, it's awesome. It's really cool.
Okay.
And there are, for anybody who's wondering, because I never check this, and then I check when the post-credit scenes come on, there is a mid-credit scene and there's a post-credit scene, and both are worth watching.
Okay.
Can I say that I hate that the MCU started that trend? I hate post-credit scenes so much.
I think they're kind of cool.
Oh, no. I hate that they make you stay all that time, and they're usually very underwhelming.
Right.
Yeah.
Other than one or two, and the MCU did a great job in the Infinity Saga because they really teed, like the story was on such a momentum. They were great at teeing up the next one.
Yeah.
But they like just doing it randomly. It's because are they bothered that the whole idea is you stay and watch the credits?
Yeah.
Does anybody read the credits?
No.
Is there any value in you sitting watching the credits to a movie company? But
yeah,
Hulu.
Yeah, true. You could look at like anybody who was in it on your phone nowadays.
Yeah, like when Mando did the post-credit scene for the Book of Boba Fett, I loved it, but I was like, really? You couldn't have just thrown that in at the end, you know?
Well, the good thing is, I don't know if you've noticed this, but on Disney Plus, if you go and watch anything back, I don't think it does it when so it didn't do it then, but if you went back and watched it now, it allows you to skip the credits and go straight to the scenes. But I don't think it'll do that when it premieres. So, but yeah, it's just a thing now, isn't it? It's what they do.
It really
I saw it. One of the best TikToks I ever saw was somebody who worked in a movie theater, and they were having a full-on rant about post-credit scenes and how people stay now at pretty much every film to like watch to see if there is a post-credit scene. But they're like there isn't a why is there going to be a post-credit scene in The Notebook or the film? Like it doesn't really fit the brand sort of thing. So but yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, Ghostbusters, definitely got to go and see it. What was the last film you saw then? If you haven't seen Eternals, you've seen Shang-Chi?
Yes, but the last one we saw was Venom. We watched that opening night.
Okay. What did you think of Venom?
if you turn your brain off, it's a really good movie. If you turn your brain on,
There's a
so
lot
many
of plot holes.
Well, that was the same with the first one, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's, I feel, and again, if I go back to that 94, 97 animated series of Spider-Man, Carnage is in, what's his name? Cletus Cassidy.
Cassidy, yeah.
It's the same guy who plays Carnage in that. He is brutal, but like it's very much that. And I thought, with like bringing Woody Harrelson in, they're going to be really dark with this. But I feel like they showed us too much of him. I feel like they made him just
Carnage.
Like Carnage and Cletus. I feel like they just got too much airtime. I feel like he should have been a bit darker, a bit more mysterious, a bit more like we should have heard more about him and about what he was up to rather than seeing him. But I don't know. That's just kind of my opinion. But
so I'm gonna get kind of really nerdy here. Venom is my favorite Spider-Man villain, and I have the comic set that movie's based off of. It's called Maximum Carnage. It's from the 90s. It's very loosely based on it, but it's kind of the same story. You know, Carnage breaks out of Ravencroft, goes crazy. Spider-Man recruits part of the Avengers, Venom, and a bunch of other superheroes to stop him. They did the movie pretty well. The thing is, I don't think Shriek added anything to the movie.
No.
At all. She's just a plot device. And that kind of upset me because Shriek's a good character. Like, her powers are just Black Canary's powers, but it's kind of cool. I think it's stupid how they killed Carnage because Carnage is, the second symbiote. I think that was, by the way, spoilers. So sorry. It's been out for almost 2 months now.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. I know Venom made a decent amount of money. So I think they're going to make a Venom 3, but if they make a Venom 3, they need to stay away from old comics and they need to go to new comics because there's this writer named Donny Cates. He did a fantastic Venom storyline called The King in Black, all about like the symbiotes from space and all that kind of cool stuff. It's great. If you have Marvel Unlimited, read it. It's amazing. It's only 200 issues, which is a lot, but
only 200.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
But they need to stop taking inspiration from your childhood. No offense, Opie.
Yeah.
But I'm sure is amazing. But they need to kind of, if they're gonna put certain characters in certain film franchises, they kind of need to update that certain character to the modern film franchise and stop making B-tier movies and start making the MCU star movies.
No, I agree. I think the one I do like what they've done with Eddie.
Yeah.
I think this Eddie's so much better than like Spider-Man 3 Eddie.
Topher Grace did a bad job.
It's just and I like that he's the anti-hero because everybody like it's Daredevil, isn't it? That's kind of what he is. He's like, everybody loves like the anti-hero rather than the full-on kind of hero, other than Spider-Man because everybody loves Spider-Man sort of thing. But yeah, it has missed something, but I do think at the same time, Tom Hardy's ability to play kind of both characters and to have those conversations and that narrative in such a good way, like that's what keeps you like hooked on that. I think if you lose that, that's ultimately it. But they probably get one more chance to do something epic. I feel like if they get the next one kind of mediocre or wrong, people aren't coming back again, So
well, hopefully from that post-credit scene, we get to see something on Venom's chest. Hopefully it's the right symbol. I think it's gonna turn. I think Venom's like their Iron Man, if that makes sense, for the Sonyverse, where it's gonna start the Sonyverse. So I looked up how much money Venom 1 made. It's like $800 million. It's insane. But I don't want to just bash the movie. I really enjoy the movie. I was the reason. I was the reason we saw it opening day and everything,
Yeah, I totally get it. I just wanted it to be a little bit kind of more, just a little bit sharper in what it's trying to do. Like, made a good point about Shriek. And I looked at that and thought, is that hinting towards the X-Men there? Is that what
Right.
it's kind of trying? Because that seemed more mutant than
Yeah.
neogenetic sort of thing, or symbiote. So that was a bit. But then, as you see, it seemed more of a story to remind us that the symbiotes don't like ultrasonic sounds and all that. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's pretty cool. They know what they're getting, right? So they know what we don't know what we're getting, but they know what they're getting, and they're actively working towards that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, they get that right. So do you know Stephen Graham played the detective,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the end he kind of seems to adopt some powers or something. What is his? Because I'm not familiar with that character. What is his character like in the comics? If you're familiar with them.
So they did it justice. His name is Patrick Mulligan in the comics, and that's the character that he is in Venom. His symbiote name is Toxin. He's supposed to be toxic to the other symbiotes. He's in the comics at least, every offshoot of a symbiote is stronger than the previous version. So Carnage is stronger than Venom. Toxin is stronger than Carnage. So in the comics, he's a good guy. It's kind of like the anti-hero thing. Venom's a bad guy at this point. Carnage is Carnage. Toxin's a baby, I guess, which is weird. The symbiote's a baby, and it doesn't know how to control its powers, and it wants to be good, but it also has that it doesn't know the rules, I guess. So it does bad stuff, but it's trying to be good. But like in the comics, what's his name? Cletus is a serial killer, just like he is in the movie. Mm-hmm. Eddie Brock is not a great person. So the symbiotes bond with them and make them even worse. They amplify the worst traits. So Patrick Mulligan is a good person. So Toxin is a better symbiote, if that makes sense. But I don't honestly know where they're going to go with this, because they killed Toxin's biggest enemy, Carnage,
Yeah.
And if they
it's almost like, is he going to be the enemy?
Yeah.
In the next one? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the first symbiote. What was the name? Riot in the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so stupid. They took a villain that Venom fought twice, and they made him the big bad.
Yeah, the first one wasn't great.
The second one's better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think the second one is better. I feel like everything was just better. I wasn't kind of overly loving the origin story as well, because I'm sure when the first Venom came out, I'm sure the story was that Eddie was in San Francisco because Peter Parker had run him out of New York. And now I'm thinking, well, what? So does Peter Parker exist? But at the same time, that was never confirmed. It was just kind of hearsay. So
you watched the last credit scene, or the mid credit scene, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I watched a good review about Venom. And it was like Venom's set on the West Coast because all the Avengers stuff is set on the East Coast. So if they ever want to tie him in, there you go,
Well, so we're talking about Venom 2 here.
Yeah. This was just in general, because Spider-Man's New York. Tony Stark is, it seems like the East Coast, but, he goes back and forth.
He's Malibu, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's 3.5 hours away from LA.
Yeah, true.
San Francisco.
True.
So
I thought it was a different universe. I thought that was the point of the scene, that when something happens, that's the MCM, that's the multiverse.
Yeah,
pulling them in. Yeah.
I mean, that end credit scene was really good. I'm not trying to spoil it, but it was I think that was the best part of the movie, honestly. That made me more excited than the action.
Well, it felt like it was very cleverly marketed on that end credit scene as well, though.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people went to see it for that, and they went to see it because they didn't want it spoiled.
That's why I went. Well, at least like you said, you guys got it last. So I didn't know what I was expecting, and oh man, I was a little excited.
No, I'm excited. I feel like where they're going, those characters belong together.
Yeah,
like they should be together. That's the thing. So
it's a yin and yang. My gosh.
100%. And but we're coming to the end now. But before we do come to an end, guys who are watching, you guys have been epic and been talking a lot amongst yourselves, and we haven't had a chance to really bring you in. But I just want to give you an opportunity to ask any questions of John or Erin, or John and Erin, if you would wish. But whilst we wait for those to come in, John and Erin. John, I'm going to ask you to be quiet for a second because you and I have talked for quite a bit, but just let Erin have her say. But for those of you, because a lot of my viewers are kind of here in the UK, and a lot of your guys will catch up, but your beacons is kind of in the description below, which kind of links you across kind of all platforms that you have linked in there. But if people don't know you, kind of what can they expect from you for, let's say, like the rest of the year? You talked about Christmas there. Christmas is a great time for Lego TikTok, but like, why should people be coming and checking you out?
I think because over the holiday break, I'll probably spend a lot of time with John, so there'll be more lives and like interaction with the fans. I'd love to, like, I don't know, just further our community and like reach out and like make an impact and like just leave something that I'm going to be proud of. And I want to really work hard for a strong end of the year and then start next year even stronger and just keep building up from there. So they can expect silly videos of me either singing, me and John together dancing with Lego, or just reviews for you. the interview reviews. I'd love to bring those back.
John, beat that.
Okay.
No, cool.
Yeah, you guys should. If you aren't following, you definitely should, because we try to interact with as many people as we can. We try to answer as many questions in our Q&A, and we try to answer all of our comments. So if that,
and that's 100%. I say this every week, but I would not have people on here who I don't get behind myself. So, you know, love these guys, but you're so interactive and you do your best, whether it's through lives or through kind of questions. And for some reason, TikTok's taken away the Q&A feature. Not sure why. But, you know, you guys try your best to interact as best as you can. People definitely need to follow you on Instagram as well. And my tip to you, and I say this to everyone because of what I said earlier, but you need to be more on Instagram, but even more so with you, because you've got this epic collection that we only ever see in kind of bite-sized chunks. And you've got the ability to just pull a set down, take a couple of pictures of it, get it on Instagram, and kind of put a bit of a caption of like your thoughts together with it. We need more of that.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Opie-one. I appreciate it.
Very well. So yeah, everyone get behind it, but then also screen record your TikToks. Opie's #1 rule: screen record your TikToks and get them on Reels.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, we will do that.
One question for you from Anakin the Tutor. Thank you, Anakin. But how should I start my Lego account community? You guys are perfect for this.
Sure. If you want to start your Lego account, I feel like perfect. I have a microfighter in my hand. Just take a video, give your thoughts on the microfighter, and ask people their thoughts too. Just try not to talk just about yourself. Try to express your views outward and have other people discuss with you, if that makes sense. What about you?
Yeah, we've talked about being interactive with your fans and like your community. So just pose a question at the beginning or the end of your video. It gets them thinking and it gets them wanting to comment. And then once they comment back, just so you're completing that interaction and they want to come back for more.
Simple as that. I feel like that, you know, we do overthink these things, but it is quite a simple science. And once you kind of lock it in, it produces gold. But I do feel like we always overthink these things, especially when you've been kind of around a while, because you start to kind of get bored of a concept a little bit, but the concept works. So you should kind of keep it at its core. But good advice. But yeah, there you go. Thank you. But yeah, that is really good advice. But these guys do have the advantage of being with two of them as well. So it allows them to interact in a very different way.
Yeah.
Just do what I do and dress up as another person, me, dress up as my wife, and have a two-way conversation with yourself, because that's not psychotic at all.
I think you might have schizophrenia there, bud.
The classic towel over the head hairpiece. That's the best.
Well, I use it's a pair of purple swimming shorts. I don't know why they're purple, but then I use one of her scrunchies and put it there, so it creates like a side ponytail through one of the legs. It actually works really well, and it's becoming iconic. So yeah.
Well, you're just iconic. Your beard is iconic alone, you know.
Well, that's the thing. All the comments are like, "Your wife has a very strong beard." if only you knew. But yeah, it is what it is. But find what, I think the biggest thing for me is just have fun with it, play around with concepts, find out what works for you, what you're comfortable with, and what people enjoy. And when you nail that, work on refining it to get it to its optimal point and milk it for what it's worth. So go with it, but don't over milk it. Like once a week, like just like have those spots. And I feel that's where I've gone wrong. I've had a couple of things that have done really well, and then I get bored of them. But what I should do is I should just do like once a week at that slot, and then people are like, "Oh, it's Friday, we're getting this, I'll get that," So.
Oh, one thing I want to get really meta real quick. If you're starting a new TikTok and you want to make Lego videos, make your broke jokes once a week. I feel like that's what we should do now as a community. Those jokes are great and it's funny every time.
But you see it constantly. The more original you can become with just making a pun with certain Legos.
Thank you, Stevie. I appreciate it. That was a fun video.
Yeah, you just gotta be original and have fun with it and put a little bit of yourself in the content that you're giving to other people.
Right.
100%. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel I've started to just be a little bit more mature, not mature, but just a bit grown up, which obviously we've seen with the whole factor cap, which has happened totally by accident.
By the way,
that
video with the AT-AT,
so good.
Amazing.
It's so good.
I did
this morning, and I was like, John, look at this.
Well, I did it with Mikey Brickman first because he did the Rancor, and he was like, the Rancor, the big guy measures at 5.6 inches, and I was like, I can't let this pass. So I used it, and then I was scrolling yesterday, and Epic did his video, so I tagged Mikey, and I was like, do I do it? And he was like, it's like he's begging you to do it. So I've done that. Then Jamie, the brick educator, has done a video today where he's like, the standard Lego minifigures is at 4 centimeters. I was like, oh, come on. So I'll probably have some fun.
Dude.
But yeah, we'll have but that's the thing. I'll probably keep that as a bit of a Sunday morning funness. So I always find Sunday posts are really odd and never do as well, but it's kind of got a bit of a Sunday stupid vibe about it. So
there you
maybe
go.
Do that.
Stupid Sundays, perfect.
Absolutely.
Silly Saturdays and stupid Sundays.
100%. Love it. Patent that. But guys, we are at time. It has been an absolute pleasure and an honor to have you on. As I say to everyone, my plan is, I don't know when phase 1 will be complete, but my phase 1 is to get around as many people as I can, have these kind of one-on-one conversations with them. So I can get to know you a bit more. We get a bit more comfortable with each other, but also my community gets to know you as well. Not that these guys don't already know you. And then at some point kind of start to bring little groups together to kind of do it the same thing, but maybe with a topic at hand to discuss.
There you go.
When we get there, absolutely want you guys on, and we'll so you will always be welcome back if you'll come back.
Yeah, of course.
Anytime.
Thank you so much for having us. This is the highlight of our weekend, right?
John has been counting down the days. He was so excited. I mean, I was excited too, but thank you so much for having us.
Opie, I'm just letting you know a little secret. You've been my favorite since 30K, so thank you.
Bless you. Thank you. You guys have always been my favorite because you you have something else, and I think I've said this openly on lives, but you just got a dynamic that nobody can compete with. So
thank you.
Do you know who could compete with you? I will say that he hasn't capitalized with it on TikTok yet, but do you know Preston Bricks here in the UK? So it's him and his
No.
son, and his son is Preston. So he did a video, whereas, do you know the Robin Williams, it's the from Night at the Museum, and it's like, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, and it's like, how exciting.
Oh, with
Yes.
the UCS Falcon, right?
Yeah, son's kind of faulting. And I feel like so I don't even know his name, because Preston's the son, I don't know his name, but the way that they could do some stuff, like they did the whole the head bobbing video. They did that this weekend with the double VIP event. If they do more, they could challenge. I'm not saying they will, but they could challenge you. But that dynamic is
Please, the more the merrier in the community.
It's not even a challenge.
I genuinely thought, Erin, you were going to say, please, we need the challenge. Somebody needs to step up.
I was thinking about saying something like that, but then I remember he was a little kid and I feel bad.
It's just nice to see more people joining the community. And like, if we get more duos on Lego TikTok, I think it'll make it fun, because then they could interact with John and I, and we could make more friendships that way and help.
Double the friends.
Yeah, double the friends. Sounds
awesome. Before we go, last very thing, John, stand up and turn around, please, and give us a 12.
I will give
Guys,
you space.
if you're still, or if you're watching this back, this 100% deserves a like. Like you have not hit.
We've been planning this for what, like 2 weeks, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about, John.
Sorry, hold on. How's this? Is this better?
Wow. Are those yours, Erin? Please say
Oh, yes.
yours.
I'm also wearing my leggings right now. So we're both nice and comfy right now.
Matching. I feel like you should get them. As soon as we click stop, you should like literally drag them out the house and take them somewhere. So,
just to get them?
Yes.
But guys, it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for giving up a couple hours on your Sunday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. To everybody, whether you're here in the UK or Europe, enjoy your Sunday evening. If you're watching along with Cool Guy Dom over there in the States, enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon. Leave us a like, drop a comment, and show some love. But no Opie-verse next weekend, because we're doing it midweek. So because I'm in Wales next week, but we're back to having a UK guest, which feels like forever since I had a UK guest. Ooh. But do you guys know SW Bricks and Figs? So he does he does like the decaling. Does a lot of decaling of clones. So, and he's massive on YouTube, brilliant exposure on Instagram, and he done well on TikTok, but he doesn't give it the same attention. So he will be my guest on Thursday evening at 8 o'clock for you guys, 3 p.m. You'll be at work, I'm afraid, but you're welcome to watch back.
Yeah.
But anyway, to everybody, peace, love, and prosperity all. John, Erin, wave goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.